Hey, welcome along to a brand new video. In this one we're going to be talking about when to let go and start a new life and timing your fresh beginnings perfectly. It could be different for absolutely everybody. It could be friendships, relationships, toxic family, career. For me, 100% is the career job that I've been doing for longer than I would like to have been doing at this point, and really want to get out of it and just trying to work my way to get there. Everything else in life is peachy right now, but definitely the whole career thing, I need to get my ass in gear, work out what I really want and how I'm going to get there to achieve it. So these tips are going to be as helpful to me as I hope they're going to be for you. So let's get into it. First up, we have persistent unhappiness or stagnation. If you feel consistently unfulfilled, drained, or stuck in a current situation, whether it's a job, relationship, or a lifestyle, it may be a sign that change is overdue. Reflect on whether these feelings have been persistent over months or years despite efforts to improve things. Number two, we've got clarity of vision. Ensure you've got a clear sense of what you want your new life to look like. It's not enough to want to escape, you need to have a vision for what's next to avoid aimless drifting. Journaling or talking with a trusted friend can help you clarify your desires. Number three is emotional resilience. Starting anew often involves uncertainty or setbacks. Gauge your emotional strength to handle these challenges. If you're feeling burned out or fragile, consider building resistance through self-care or therapy before making a big move. Number four, toxic or harmful environments. If your current situation, whether a toxic workplace, an unhealthy relationship, or a negative living environment, is harming your mental or physical health, it's a strong signal to let go sooner rather than later. Five is lack of growth opportunities. If you've outgrown your current role, location, or relationships and there's no room for advancement or fulfillment, it may be time to seek new horizons. Six is repeated patterns of failure. If you've tried multiple times to fix or improve your situation, for example, salvaging a relationship or a career path without any success, this could indicate that letting go is the healthier option. Number seven is to build a financial safety net. Starting a new life requires resources, so aim to save 3 to 6 months of living expenses to cushion the transition, especially if you're changing careers, moving house, or leaving a stable income source. Eight is to research your next steps. Whether it's relocating, switching careers, or pursuing a passion, research practicalities, cost of living, job market, housing, or educational requirements. For example, if you're going to move to a new city, that might require understanding local rental prices or networking opportunities. Number nine is to have a transition plan. Avoid abrupt changes unless absolutely necessary. Create a timeline for your transition, such as giving notice at work, decluttering your possessions, or securing a new place to live. A plan reduces stress and increases your confidence. 10 is life milestones or transitions. Natural breakpoints like finishing a degree, ending a lease, or reaching a significant birthday can serve as ideal moments to pivot to something new. These milestones often align with a sense of closure and readiness for change. 11 is external opportunities. Sometimes the universe seems to align a job offer, a chance to relocate, or meeting someone inspiring can signal the right time to act. Stay open to these opportunities, but weigh them very carefully. 12 is the good old gut feeling. If you have a persistent inner nudge that it's time to move on, don't ignore it. Intuition often picks up on subtle cues that your conscious mind might overlook. 13 is to identify anchors. Reflect on what's keeping you in place. It could be a fear of failure, guilt, societal expectations, or sunk costs, time, money invested. Acknowledge these, but don't let them dictate your future. 14 is to release guilt or obligation. You might feel obligated to stay for other people, for example, family, friends, or colleagues. While their feelings do matter, your overall well-being is paramount. So communicate your intentions kindly but firmly. 15 is to declutter physically and emotionally. Letting go often starts with simplifying. clear out physical clutter, for example, old belongings, and emotional baggage, for example, grudges or self-doubt. This creates new space for new beginnings. 16 is to start small. If a complete overhaul feels daunting, test your new life in smaller ways. For example, you could take a short course in a new field of work, or you could visit a city that you're considering moving to, or experiment with a side hustle before quitting your job. 17 is to seek feedback. Talk to people who've made similar transitions. Their insights can help you anticipate any challenges and refine your timing. For instance, connect with someone who's relocated to your desired destination via platforms like LinkedIn or local groups on social media. 18 is trial periods. If possible, negotiate a sabbatical, part-time work, or a temporary move to test your new life without burning any bridges. 19. Reconnect with your core values. Ask yourself what truly matters. Freedom, creativity, security, adventure. If your current life conflicts with these values, it's a sign to realign through change. 20. Purpose-driven change. This one is right up my alley. Ensure that your new life aligns with a sense of purpose. For example, if you value helping others, your fresh start might invoke a career in social work or volunteering abroad. 21 is to avoid escapism. Make sure you're running towards something and not away from your problems. A new life should feel like a step towards growth and not a reaction to discomfort. 22. Unresolved responsibilities. If you have dependents, debts, or major commitments, for example, you could be part of a family business, ensure you've addressed these before leaping. A premature move could create more stress than you need. 23. External instability. If the world of your industry is in flux, for example, it could be an economic downturn period, it might be wise to delay until you have more stability and clarity. 24 is lack of preparation. If you don't yet have a clear plan or resources, take time to build a foundation. Rushing into a new life without preparation can lead to a lot of regret. Number 25 is to accept fear as normal. Fear of the unknown is completely natural. Instead of waiting for it to disappear, accept it as part of the progress and focus on the excitement of new possibilities. 26 is to reframe letting go. View letting go as an act of courage and not loss. You're not abandoning your past, you're choosing growth and evolution. 27 is to celebrate small wins. As you prepare to let go, celebrate milestones like saving your first £1,000, applying for that new job, or cutting ties with a toxic influence. These will reinforce your momentum. Number 28 is to build a support network. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth. Friends, mentors, or online communities. For example, you could join forums, social media groups related to a new path, or digital nomad communities if you're planning to travel. 29 is professional guidance. A therapist, a life coach, or a career counsellor can help you navigate the emotional and practical complexities of starting over. 30 is to get an accountability partner. Share your plans with someone that can check in on your progress and keep you motivated. 31 is the tipping point. You might feel a moment when the pain of staying outweighs the fear of leaving. This is often the right time to act, so trust that. 32. Signs of alignment. When your emotional readiness, practical preparations, and external opportunities begin to align, it's a strong indicator that it's time to move forward. 33 is commitment to action. Once you decide, commit fully. Half-hearted attempts can lead to self-doubt, so write yourself a letter outlining your why. Then you can read that every once in a while to stay focused. And 34, when is the right time? The right time to let go and start a new life is when your emotional clarity, practical readiness, and external opportunities align. It's less about a perfect moment and more about a delicate choice to prioritise your growth and your well-being. Take time to prepare, trust your instincts, and embrace the journey with courage. If you're unsure, start small, seek support, and let your vision guide you towards a fulfilling new chapter. Okay, so I hope that these tips helped someone out there. Like, I know for me, just doing a little bit of research for this here has really made me think about things on a much deeper level whenever it comes to getting a little bit of change into your life. Like, I really, within the next 2 or 3 years, I want my life to look completely different than it does right now. I have recently started making changes towards things that have held me back in the past. There's a lot of fear on my journey, I'm not going to lie about that. I, for the longest time, didn't do any dating because of the fear of rejection and whatnot. And the kind of, like, this is really a big subject for another time. But I was married whenever I was quite young, and that relationship did go south. Eventually, split up, divorce happened, all that sort of stuff. And for years, I didn't want to get involved with anybody remotely romantically, just because of the fear of it. Now, in the last 2 or 3 months, I have met someone new. I have started dating, and right now we're we're, we're going great, and it's fantastic. And and just feels so good. And they just looking back on that, I'm 46 right now, so I wasted a lot of years right there. And looking back on all that wasted time has really made me see that, fear, it's, it can really, really destroy your life at the end of the day. So I'm moving on in that respect. I'm very, very, very happy. And right now, it's the whole, what am I doing with my life as far as what I want to be working at, sort of a thing. Now, I do, and you did see it in one of those tips there, it was right up my street, helping people. That's what this channel is really all about at the end of the day, is give that little bit of inspiration and motivation to actually get up off your backside and do something. And, you know, me throwing out tips like this here, it's easy to say, oh, you're trying to make yourself sound like the big professional here and you know absolutely everything. Guys, I'll be completely honest with you. I know next to near nothing. Everything I do on this channel is a learning experience for me, as much as anybody, for anybody that might be watching these videos. So I'm tripping over my own feet on a daily basis, getting back up and trying it again. Um, you know, and it's a daily process. It really is a daily process. The big thing right now is the financial side of things for me, and once I get that sorted, I can move forward. Um, that is the big one that's holding a lot of us back whenever it comes to the professional environment, the employment side of things. Maybe you want to jump ship, start your own business. That's all fine and well, but you do need to have that financial cushion before you actually step out and do that sort of thing. For me right now, there's a bit of debt hanging over my head. It's going to take a little bit of time to do that, so I do have to depend on the full-time job and the employer right now. Just doesn't make sense for me to jump ship, start my own business right now, or indeed try to take this on full time, because content creation at the end of the day isn't the gold mine that everybody thinks it is. Everybody wants to be a content creator these days. It's not so easy to make some money at it. It takes a lot of time to get yourself down that path, and really, at the end of the day, whenever it comes to this sort of thing, if you are consistently thinking about the financial side of it, you're not going to get anywhere. You have to enjoy what you're doing, and if money does come as a byproduct of it, all the better. That's just a nice add-on to doing something that you actually love doing. So that's where I'm at right now. That transitional period to hopefully someday do this as a full-time career thing. But again, it's not so easy to get there. Yeah, it is what it is. So these have been incredibly helpful for me, and I'm going to be saving these to my phone just so that I can get on there, look them over once in a while, to keep myself on track. And hopefully you'll do something similar to that there and come back to this video once in a while to check it out. Maybe get a bit more inspiration on an hour viewing. You know, you never do know. Depends where you're at in life at the end of the day. I think that is going to do it, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. If you think this is going to help someone, please feel free to share it along. And until the next video, stay safe, and I will talk to you all then.